Good morning, children. Sai Ram. Welcome back to part 2 of chapter 4 of political science, that is, growing up as boys and girls. Children, before we proceed with this session, let us take a small recap on what we did in the last session. We understood about gender, growing up in Samoa, growing up as male in Madhya Pradesh, and conclusion from the situation of Samoa and Madhya Pradesh. So let us understand in short what we did in the last session. To be a girl or a boy is a significant part of one's identity. One can find distinction between boys and girls in our societies. It is the society in which we live that teaches us the type of behavior acceptable in the society. There are societies which look at boys and girls differently, and the assigned roles that they play for their future role as men and women. The work of men and women is usually differentiated. Women's work is usually valued less in comparison to men. This discrimination can be better understood with the example of growing up in Samoa and growing up male in Madhya Pradesh. So now let us understand what we did in the first case study, that is growing up in Samoas in 1920s. We saw that there children never went to school. Rather, they learned to take care of children and do household work. Young children learned to do fishing, and they used to take long fishing expeditions. At the age of 9, boys started learning outdoor jobs like fishing, planting coconuts, etc. And girls continued looking after small children. After the age of 14, girls also started learning outdoor activities like going on fishing trips, working in plantations, weaving baskets, etc. At the age of 14, girls also started doing these things, as I told you. But as they grew up, as they became teenagers, since they were allowed with all these things simultaneously, cooking was done by boys in special cooking houses where girls helped them in preparations. So children, now let us understand the second case study. Here in Madhya Pradesh in 1960s, boys and girls were sent to different schools since class 6. The schools were differently designed. The girls' school had a central courtyard, whereas the boys' school did not. In the courtyard, girls played in total seclusion and safety from the outside world. Girls used the streets to get straight to home, whereas boys used them to play, stand idle, and try out tricks with bicycles. Girls always went in groups, perhaps because they also carried the fear of being teased or being attacked. So what do we conclude from the situation of Samoa and Madhya Pradesh? From the examples of Samoa and Madhya Pradesh, it can be concluded that there are many different ways of growing up. The girls and boys grow up in different ways, but according to us, there is only one way of growing up. That is the way in which we grew. It is clear that societies differentiate among boys and girls, and this starts at a very young age. Both boys and girls are given different toys to play with, and this tells that the children, that they have different futures. The way of dressing, the way of talking, they define them for their future roles. The society that we live in does not give more value to the work of women. There is always a difference in the status. So children, this is what we learned in the last session. Now let us understand what we are going to learn in our current session. In most societies, including our own, the role of women, it plays a very important role in our day-to-day life, right? Basically, they are the ones who does the maximum amount of work, be it at home or out. As in, when I say out, when they do the office work, or when they go out of the house to work, it is not only the outside work that they need to do, but they also have to do the household work as such. So basically, this is not in the case of a man. Most of the time what happens is, a man is expected only to do the the office work, but a woman is expected to go out of the house and work for a living, earn for living, as well as she has to do the household work and take care of the family as well. Now children, this is the condition of a working woman. Now let us understand how a homemaker does everything, manages everything, and what value she gets, or how much she is valued. Now let us take an example. Let us look at a short story and understand the current scenario. So children, in this session we are going to learn about valuing housework, and this we are going to learn through a very sweet story about Shonali and her friend. So the name of the story is My Mother Does Not Work. Okay, so we will be looking into detail into the topic valuing housework through a very nice story. Look at this picture children. Role of a housewife mom. Now let us see what all duties she has to perform. Her first and foremost duty that every woman performs is of a mother, wife. She is a teacher to her children. She is the cleaner. She cleans everything. She keeps the entire house spick and span. She is a cook. At times she is driver. She is maid, as she has to do all the household work also, cleaning, mopping, sweeping, everything. Then she is the one who supervises, so she is a supervisor as well. And since she takes care of the house, she is also the security person of the house. So let us move on to the story that I was talking about. So children, let us see this or understand this story. Okay, it is a story from your NCERT political science textbook. The name of the story is My Mother Does Not Work. So one day Shonali and her mother, both of them are having tea when Shonali asks her mother that her school is going on excursion and her teacher, that is Rosie ma'am, needs volunteers. So she asks if her mother can take a holiday from office and if she can volunteer. She further adds that Harmeet's mother always comes for excursions because she doesn't work. So when Shonali's mother hears this, she is very astonished and she says, how can you say that? You know that Jaspreet auntie is up at 5 a.m. every day doing all the housework. So to which Sonali says, yes, but that's not real work. It is just housework. Sonali mother replies, oh, that's what you think, do you? Let us go over to their house and ask Jaspreet what she thinks. Then they go to Jaspreet's house, that is Shonali's friend Harmeet's house. Okay, so when they are sitting, they have a small discussion on this. All of them, that is Harsh Sharan, Shonali, Harmeet, Jaspreet, they all are sitting together. So they start the discussion. Shonali's mother tells Harsh Sharan, that is Harmeet's father, Harsh Sharan, Shonali thinks that your wife is not a working person. To which Harsh Sharan laughs, ha 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 ha. Now Harmeet, who is standing there listening to the entire conversation, says, but isn't that correct, auntie? My mother is a housewife. She does not work. Now when Shonali's mother sees that even Harmeet is saying the same thing, she says to Jaspreet, why don't you just relax and let them manage everything for a change? Even Harmeet's mother agrees to it and says, great idea. Okay, I will go on a strike tomorrow. Harmeet and his sister both are listening to this and they become very happy and say, what fun! We will take care of everything tomorrow with Papa. Then Shonali with her mother returned back to their place. Next day morning at around 7:30 a.m., Harmeet's father comes to his mother and says, oh God, look at the time. Where is my breakfast? Why aren't the children ready? Harmeet's mother says, how would I know? I am on strike, remember? Besides, Mangala has also taken a leave today. Just then, they hear the school bus's horn. Oh no, that's the school bus. I will have to drop them in the car, says Harmeet's father. He goes to his son and says, hurry, hurry. Hurry up, otherwise we will be late to school. So everything is in chaos. What happens is, when Harmeet's mother was doing all the household work, she used to give everything on time, perform all her duties on time. The children used to be ready on time, the tiffin was given on time, all the other work also was done on time. That day was a total chaos for the entire family, as if the others had to do the work and Jaspreet was on strike. Then the father make the children ready for the school. Then what happens is, though he makes them ready for the school, he doesn't take the lunch boxes. And then he says that, or he says to his children that he will be giving them money for the canteen. To which they reply, Ma already gave money for that. Evening, when Harsharan returns from office, he is very exhausted, and then he says, he asks for tea, but then he realizes that his wife is on strike. When he looks at the house, he understands the mess of the house, the horrible mess of the house, and then he says, and then he is very much astonished, and he understands that how much his wife works every day. So what do you understand from this? What do we understand from this, children? We understand that it is not the cooking part, or it is not only taking care of the children. There are so many things in the house which a homemaker has to do. From morning till night, she has to do all the housework, which is really very, very tiring, but still she goes on doing it with a smile on her face. Harmit's family did not think that the work Jaspreet did within the house was real work. This feeling is not unique to their families. Children across the world, the main responsibility of housework and caregiving tasks like looking after the family, especially the children, the elderly, and the sick members, lies within the women. And yet, children, we have seen that the work that women do within the home is not recognized as work. It is also assumed that this is something that comes naturally to women. It therefore does not have to be paid for, and society devalues this work. So, children, no one in the world values the housework and the work done by women. It is the women who carry the responsibility for housework and caregiving tasks. Then, now is the time for your favorite session, that is quiz session. So, should we start? Come on, let us have a look at the first question. True or false? Harmit's father went on a strike for a day. Is it true or is it false? And the answer is false. Second question. Our society sees men and women equally. What do you think the answer is? True or false? So, children, the answer for this is false. Next one. Women spend most of their time watching television. Is it true or is it false? Now that we have learned this lesson, we know that the answer for this is false. Women have so much work to do, right? The household works, which she does with a smiling face all the time for her family members. If she is working, she has to do both the works simultaneously. Children, with this I end part 2 of chapter number 4 of political science, that is growing up as boys and girls. See you in the next part. Till then, goodbye and take care.